So, lesson number 1, let's talk about quadratic inequality. A quadratic inequality is an inequality that contains a polynomial of degree 2 or second degree and can be written in any of the following forms. So, tandaan ha, quadratic inequality ay may second degree or ang degree ng kanyang polynomial ay degree 2. At ganitong forms nyo siya makikita kadalasan. Ax squared plus bx plus c greater than 0. Ax squared plus bx plus c less than 0. Ax squared plus bx plus c less than or equal to 0. And last but not the least, ax squared plus bx plus c greater than or equal to 0. So, class, tandaan ha, ganyan yung mga forms, ayun yung mga forms na dapat tandaan para masabi na isang given na mathematical statement is a quadratic, quadratic inequality. Now, examples of quadratic inequalities. Examples. 2x squared plus 5x plus 1 greater than 0. Okay, nakadegree siya. Nang nakadegree 2 yung polynomial natin because the highest exponent of the variable among the terms is 2. Okay? Ay yung polynomial natin, 2x squared plus 5x plus c. Plus, 2x squared plus 5x plus 1 no, ay naka-degree 2 or naka-second degree. And then kaya naging inequality kasi gumamit tayo ng inequality symbol na greater than. Number 2. X squared minus 9 less than 2x. Still, no, na ang ating polynomial ay naka-second degree at gumamit tayo ng inequality symbol na less than. Kaya quadratic inequality. Sunod, 3x squared plus x minus 5 less than or equal to 0. So still, naka-second degree yung ating polynomial and gumamit tayo dito ng inequality symbol na less than or equal. Kaya quadratic inequality. Okay? And number 4, x squared plus 4x greater than or equal to 10. Ayan, so naka-degree 2 yung ating polynomial at gumamit tayo ng inequality symbol na greater than or equal. Kaya quadratic inequality siya. Okay? Kaya class. So ganyan lang. Ngayon, identify natin kung ang isang mathematical statement ay isang quadratic inequality o hindi. Bago pala yun, ito pala muna, no? Solving pala tayo muna. Express the quadratic inequality as a quadratic equation. And then 2, solve the corresponding quadratic equation. The real solution or solutions to the equation become the boundary point or points for the solutions of the inequality. So una daw, ang gagawin natin, given yung quadratic inequality natin, para masolve yan, ang gagawin natin ay gagawin muna natin yung quadratic equation. Step number 1, step number 1. And then step number 2, solve natin yung resulting quadratic equation, solve natin yung class. No, tapos pag na-solve natin, yung solution na yon na makuha natin o yung roots na makuha natin, yun yung tinatawag nating boundary points. Okay, sa boundary points, yun yung magsasabi kung ano yung mga possibles values of x. Okay? Kasi pinag-usapan dito, inequality greater than or less than, something like that. Okay, so walang exact value. So, ibibigay lang yung mga possibles. Okay? Now, after nyo makuha yung boundary points, which are the roots or solutions, no? Step number 3, gawin natin, we're going to plot the boundary point or points on the number line. So, gagawa tayo ng number line, tapos yung boundary points na nakuha natin, yung roots na yun, ipa-plot natin class dito sa may number line na gagawin or na ginawa natin. Now, ito yung isa sa mga dapat yung tandaan class. Make the boundary points or point solid circle if the original inequality includes equality. Kagaya ng less than or equal or greater than or equal. Kapag ganyan class, no, kapag inilagay nyo na sa number line yung boundary points, no, kapag gumamit ng kung ginamit inequality class sa statement, mathematical statement, ay may inequality symbol, may kasamang equality. Ang gagawin nyo, gagamit kayo ng solid circle, okay? Or shaded circle. Ibig sabihin nun, included yung boundary points or point, included kasama sa solution. Right? Now, otherwise, make the boundary points open circle. Walang shade, just a circle or just circles. Kapag naman greater than or less than lang ang ginamit, walang equality na kasama. This boundary points divide the number line into 2 intervals. Ayan, dinidivide nyo into 2 intervals. Okay? So mamaya, napakita ko sa inyo ang intervals. Sige, sabihin ko na muna. Yung sinasabing intervals ay una, number 1, yung nasa gitna. Okay? Kasi ang boundary points natin ay dalawa. So dahil doon, magkakaroon tayo ng gitna, tapos yung pwede natin sabing outer part of the number line is middle. So yun yung dalawang interval. Okay? So mamaya mas pintindihan nyo itong example tayo. And then 4, step number 4, choose a test point from each interval. Substitute it in the inequality. So kapag na-ikat na natin class yung boundary points, so makikita na natin yung dalawang intervals na sinasabi, yung nasa middle at saka yung outer. Middle, at saka outer. Alright. Magkuha tayo ng test point. Okay, tapos yung test point na yun, isa-substitute natin yun sa may equation. Okay? Now, step number 5, if a test point satisfies the inequality, then the interval that contains the test point is part of the solution. Ngayon, kung saan mo kinuha class yung test point na yun, halimbawa kinuha mo yun sa outer, Kapag na-satisfy nun, no, yung inequality, quadratic inequality, automatic class na yung outer, lahat na nasa outer part, no, lahat na nasa outer part ay part ng solution class ng ating quadratic inequality. Okay? So, ganun lang. And then, step 6, represent the solution as a set notation or interval notation. Okay? Set notation or interval notation. Okay? Pwedeng gamit yung set, pwedeng interval notation. So, papakita natin sa inyo. Let's have examples. Find the solution set of x squared plus 7x plus 12 greater than or equal to 0. So, inequality natin ito greater than or equal. Okay? So, ang given natin sa number 1, kailangan nating masolve yung quadratic inequality na x squared plus 7x plus 12 greater than or equal to 0. Ayan. So, ang unang step daw ay gagawin muna natin yung quadratic equation. Okay? Ulitin ko ha. Ang unang step na gagawin ay gagawin muna natin siyang quadratic equation. Gawin na natin quadratic equation. Para maging quadratic equation class, ang gagawin na natin, copyhin muna natin class ng polynomial, x squared plus 7x, ayan, plus 12. Tapos yung inequality symbol natin, papalitan lang natin ng equal sign. Ganun lang ang gagawin niya para maging quadratic equation. And then after gawing quadratic equation, isosolve na natin yan. We're going to solve for the values of x or for the roots. So you can use any appropriate method to solve this quadratic equation. Ang gagamitin natin ay factoring. Ayan. Okay, factors natin. X times x. Factors ng positive 12, when you add 7. Edi 4 and 3. And then since positive lahat, therefore positive din lahat ng factors. So we have x plus 4 times x plus 3 equal to 0. Check natin. 4 times 3, 12. X times x, x squared. Check natin middle term. 4x, 4 times x, 4x. X times 3, 3x. 4x plus 3x, ang sagot ay 7x. So tama tayo. Ngayon last, gagamit tayo ng zero product property. We're going to equate each factor to 0, so we will have x plus 4 equal to 0. Then we have x plus 3 equal to 0. Alright. Now after having that, we're going to manipulate all the resulting equations. Let's start with x plus 4 equal to 0. We need to move positive 4 to the right, so by moving, by addition property equality, it will become negative 4. So we will have x equal to negative 4. Alright. Next, let's have x plus 3 equal to 0. Positive 3 move to the right, the addition property of equality, it will become negative 3. So we will have x equals to negative 3. Right? So our boundary points are negative 4 and negative 3. Okay? So this will be our boundary points. Right? Lagay natin boundary points. Wait for a while, class. What? Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay. Sige lang. Okay, importante. Ito nga, sasagutin ko lang ito. Hello? Alright. Hello, class. Ayan, pasensya na. Narinig na ba ako ulit?
Opo, sir.
Sige. Continue na natin. By the way, kung may tanong kayo, class, magtanong ha. Okay, continue na tayo. Once again, itong nakuha nating negative 4 at negative 3, ito na yung magiging boundary points natin. Okay? Ito na yung magiging boundary points. Alright. Alright, box natin. So, ito na rin yung magiging boundary points natin. Boundary points. Alright. So, ngayon, nakuha natin yung boundary points. Ang next na gagawin natin, class, ay Gagawa tayo ng number line. Gawin natin number line. Ang number line natin ay guhit lang. Kasi nandiyan number line kasi may number. Linyang may number. So number line, ayan. Tapos, lalagyan natin ng numbers. Mas maganda class, kayo na mismo mag-adjust kung ano yung given na boundary points, yun na yung ilagay nyo dito sa number line natin. Halimbawa, ang kailangan natin yung negative 4 tsaka negative 3. So, kung nilagay dito, yung negative 4 and then negative 3. Okay? Ngayon, to the right, ano ko sa negative 3 and negative 2? Ano ko sa negative 2 at negative 1? O, to the left naman tayo. Ano sa negative 4? Negative 5. Ano sa negative 5? Negative 6. Okay? Ngayon, class, ipa-plot natin yung boundary points natin. Ang boundary points natin ay negative 4. So, lagyan natin ng circle. And then negative 3, lagyan din natin ng circle. And lagyan natin ng circle class. Balik tayo dun sa quadratic inequality natin. Ang quadratic inequality natin class ay may greater than or equal. So, dahil may greater than or equal yan, o meron tayong inequality sign na kasama, or equality sign na kasama, rather. Ibig sabihin, kasi greater or equal yan, ibig sabihin, shaded yung ating circle. Shaded yung ating circle or solid circle. Ibig sabihin, may kulay. Okay? So, kulay natin kasi meron tayong equal equality, di ba? Kasi greater than or equal. So, may equality tayo. Ayun o. Ayun o. Dahil may equality symbol tayo, therefore, shaded circle. Ayan. Ngayon, hindi natin alam kung saan maglalais yung mga possible values na magsasatisfy class doon sa ating quadratic inequality. Kaya ang gagawin natin, ang susunod na step na gagawin natin after natin ma-plot, after natin gumawa ng number line, tapos mag-plot ng boundary points, ang next na gagawin natin ay kukuha tayo ng test points. At isa-substitute natin yung class doon sa ating quadratic inequality. Okay? Ngayon, kung ano yung test point na makakapag-satisfy class doon sa ating quadratic inequality, kung saan yung interval na yun yung magiging part ng ating solution ng quadratic inequality. Okay? So, as in class yung intervals natin. Dalawang intervals natin. Etong middle, ito yung intervals natin, itong middle class. Ito yung interval natin. No? Tapos, yung pangalawang interval, ito namang outer. Itong outer. 1. Sa outer class, dalawa yan eh. To the left, at saka yung to the right. So, ito yung intervals natin. Ito yung tinatawag intervals. Okay? Alright? Intervals. Alright? Tapos, ito, intervals din to. Interval. Okay? Malinaw po? Class, malinaw ba yung tungkol sa intervals and boundary points?
Sir,
Yes.
yung interval po ba, ito ba yung sa gitna ng negative 6 and negative 5 is negative 2 and negative 1 po, sir?
Okay, sige, linawin natin. Yung sinasabi ko intervals, yung una kong tinuring nasa gitna, yung negative 4 to negative 3. Okay, isang interval yan. Negative 4 to negative 3. One interval. Yung pangalawang interval, ito naman, yung simula sa negative 3, papunta sa positive infinity. Ayan, nabanggit ko yung positive infinity. Bakit? Kasi, di ba yung papunta sa right side, habang lumalayo ka, positive yung numbers, nakukuha, matumalaki yung numbers. Tapos yung to the left naman, ang tawag naman dyan class ay negative infinity. Ayan, ang tawag naman to the left ay negative infinity, to the right ay positive infinity. So, ulitin ko, yung unang interval ay yung nasa gitna. Negative 4 to negative 3. That's the first interval na gusto ko pakita sa inyo. The second interval naman, ito naman. Ang second interval ay simula sa negative 3 to positive infinity and negative 4 to negative infinity. Yun po yun. Lorenzana, medyo nagets ba or nagets?
Yes, na po, sir. Thank you po.
Okay, you're welcome. Ayan. So, alam niyo na class yung intervals, ha? So, dalawang intervals natin dito, yung nasa gitna, negative 4 to negative 3, at yung pangalawang interval natin ay yung negative 3 to positive infinity and negative 4 to negative infinity. Okay? Ayan. Ngayon, kukuha na tayo ng test points. Unahin natin kumuha ng test points. Dito sa may outer muna. Outer. Yung negative 3 to positive infinity and negative 4 to negative infinity. Doon muna tayo kukuha. Left and right. So, sa may left, alright. So, ang kunin natin, dito muna tayo kukuha. Kasi dalawang interval natin dyan, ha? Ang unahin natin kunin, okay? Ang una natin try itong negative 4 to negative infinity. Ayan. Class, ito pala, no? Isabay na natin, diretso na natin. Diretso ko na class, nasabihin sa inyo. Ayusin ko muna to. Ayusin ko muna yung negative infinity. Negative infinity. Ayan. Ngayon class, ang involved natin dito ay greater than or equal. Tama? May equality. Ngayon, dahil may equality symbol yan, kaya shaded yung ginamit natin, shaded circle yung ginamit natin. Ngayon, kapag gumawa na kayo ng interval class, dahil greater than or equal yan, ang gagawin nyo, ayan, shaded yung negative 4, di ba? Ibig sabihin, included yung negative 4 sa solution. Kasama yung negative 4. Kaya greater than or equal. Ibig sabihin, kasama yung negative 4. Dahil kasama yung negative 4 class, gagamit kayo ng bracket. Ayan, nakita nyo, bracket ang ginamit natin. Malinaw? Eh sir, bakit ang ginamit natin sa negative infinity ay parenthesis lang? Okay lang yung class because negative infinity, hindi natin alam yung exact value. That's why we use parenthesis. Alright? Pero kapag included class, gumamit ng greater than or equal or less than or equal, ang gagamitin nyo class sa katabi ng boundary point na yon, ang gagamitin nyo class ay braces. Okay? Ay, bracket pala, sorry. Ang gagamitin nyo ay bracket. Ang tawag dito ay bracket. Sunod. Ayan. Gagamit tayo ng symbol na union. Ayan. Kung naalala nyo class sa sa set, no? Yung sa set nyo, yung diniscuss nyo yung pag-aralan yung set nung kayo ay grade pa. Ang tawag na symbol na yan, yung U, ay union. Ibig sabihin, negative 4 to negative infinity, or, ayan, or, tapos naman, negative 3 to positive infinity. And then parentheses. So, ganun lang po. Bracket ulit yung ginamit natin kasi nga included yung negative 3 kaya kasi greater than or equal, no? And then kung titingnan nyo class, nasa left side yung mas mababa. Yun yun, negative infinity natin, kaya nasa left side kasi habang papunta sa may left side, habang papunta sa negative infinity, no, pababa na pababa yung numbers, yung value ng numbers, kaya nasa left side siya. And then yung positive infinity naman, kaya nasa right side kasi habang papunta sa right side, eh lumalaki lalo yung value, kaya nasa right side po siya. Kung sino yung mababa, nasa left side, kung sino yung malaki, nasa right side. Okay, so ayan class yung unang interval natin. So dyan tayo kukuha ng test point. Kumuha muna tayo sa left side, dito kay negative 4 to negative infinity. So, ang kukunin natin dyan ay, kahit alin dyan class, pero mas maganda yung mas maliit, o kaya naman ay yung mas mabilis i-solve. Okay, ano ibig sabihin? Kayo na bahala. Anong gusto nyo piliin dito? Yung sa tingin nyo mas madali. Pwede kayong negative 5, madali yung negative 5 kasi 5 times 5, 10, 15, 20, madali lang, no? Pwede ring 10, negative 10, madali lang din yung negative 10, kasi nga multiples of 10, diba? 10, 20, so madali lang gamitin. Subukan natin class yung negative 5. Negative 5. Ayan, so yung negative 5 na yan, class, isa-substitute natin sa original na quadratic inequality. Then, yung quadratic inequality natin, we have x squared plus 7x plus 12. Ito kasi test point natin, ha? Test point. Ayan. Greater than or equal to 0. Okay? Ayan. Okay, so, okay na yan. Ngayon, isa-substitute na natin plus negative 5. So, magkakaroon tayo dito ng negative 5 squared plus 7, sorry, may parenthesis yung 7. Ayan, plus 7 times negative 5 plus 12 greater than or equal to 0. Okay, solve na natin. What is negative 5 squared? Negative 5 squared is 25. And then positive 7 times negative 5 is negative 35. Plus 12 greater than or equal to 0. Okay, minus natin to. 25 minus 35. Ang sagot ay negative 10. Negative 10 plus 12 greater than or equal to 0. Add natin. What is negative 10 plus 12? That will be positive 2. Ayan. Now the question is positive 2 greater than or equal to 0? Yes, right. Is 2 greater than or equal to 0? Yes or no? Okay, thank you, Nadong. Yes. Okay, Nicholas, thank you. Ayan, so ibig sabihin, na-satisfy ng test point natin na negative 5, no, yung ating quadratic inequality. Therefore, negative 5 is part of the solution of the quadratic inequality. Ngayon, kung saan mo siya kinuha, ibig sabihin yung interval na yon ay solution sa ating quadratic inequality. Okay, now? So, saan ba natin kinuha ang interval yon? Dito. Ayan, dyan natin kinuha. Okay? Ibig sabihin nito, ito na yung sagot. Kung tama yung pagkakagawa ninyo. Ngayon, kung hindi kayo sigurado, class, pwede pa kayong mag-continue. No? Tingnan natin. Alright, hindi kami sure. Try pa natin. Try pa naman natin. Ngayon naman, ang i-try natin ay yung nasa may negative 3 to positive infinity naman. Tama? Okay. Sa right side, yung negative 3 to positive infinity, pwede natin kunin yung 0 doon. Tama, di ba? Yung 0. Kasi may 0 dito, di ba? Dito yung 0, di ba? Dito. Ibig sabihin, pwede natin gamitin yun. Yun yung pinakamadali sa lahat. Di ba? Let x be equal to 0. So, ito yung nasa right side class ay negative 3 to positive infinity, yung 0. Ito yung gagawin test point. Okay? Ngayon, i-substitute na natin yung class. Diretso na, no? Kasi kita nyo naman eh. X squared. Okay, magiging 0 raised to 2. Anod. 7 plus 7 times 0. Tapos plus 12. Greater than or equal to 0. Ito class. 0 raised to 0, automatic 0 na yan, diba? So wala na yan. 7 times 0, 0. So wala na din yan. Anong natira? 7. 12 greater than or equal to 0. Is 12 greater than 0? Greater than or equal to 0? Class? Yes.
Yes po, sir.
Ibig sabihin talaga, ito talaga yung sagot natin, no? Ito talaga, ibig sabihin na magiging sagot dapat natin dito. Ito. Negative 4 to negative infinity, union, negative 3 to positive infinity. Okay? Pero halimbawa, hindi pa talaga tayo sigurado, nagdadalawang isip tayo, paano kapag nasatisfied yung nasa middle? Dahil dyan, kuha din kayo yung nasa middle. Ang nasa gitna niyan, yun nga lang medyo mahirap kasi nga, fraction. Ano ang nasa gitna ng negative 3 at negative 4? Edi negative 3 and 1 half. Diba? Negative 3 and 1. Tama ba? Negative 3 and 1 half? Yes, negative 3 and 1. So, kukuha naman tayo sa gitna. Ngayon, paano natin, sir, paano gagawin interval yung nasa gitna? Okay, proceed tayo dito. Ngayon naman, interval yung nasa gitna. Nasa gitna ng negative 4 at negative 3, no? Pero kagaya na sinabi natin, dahil yun ay may equality na kasama, dahil may equality no, na involved, ibig sabihin, include si negative 4 at saka si negative 3. Included sila. Kaya yan, ganyan ang itsura niyan. Alright? Ganyan pang itsura. Alright. Nasa left side sa negative 4 kasi lesser yung value niya, at nasa may right side naman si negative 3 kasi greater yung value niya. Okay? By the way, let's wait for a while. Sandali lang. Alright, so yung class. Negative 4 to negative 3. Okay, so kukuha tayo ng test point sa gitna ng dalawang yan. So ang gagawin natin, kunin natin yung, wait lang. Mali pala, dito pala tayo susunod dapat. So ang gagawin natin, kukuha tayo ng test point. So nasa gitna So negative 3 and 1 half. Alright? Ngayon dahil magsosolve tayo, gawin natin tong improper fraction. Or 2 times negative 3, 2 times 3 rather, 2 times 3i, 6 plus 1, 7. So negative 7 over 2. Ayan, negative 7 over 2. Okay, so ngayon, isubstitute natin yun sa equation natin. Once again, equation natin ay x squared plus 7x plus 12 greater than or equal to 0. Ayan, substitute natin. X squared natin, so negative 7 over 2 squared plus 7 times negative 7 over 2. Ayan, plus 12. Greater than or equal to 0. Okay? Now, 7 squared, negative 7 squared raised to 2. Mangyayari magiging positive 49 over 2 times 2 or 2 raised to 2 ay 4 plus 7 times negative 7 magiging positive 49. Wait lang, magiging positive 7 times negative 7 ay magiging negative 49 over 2 plus 12 greater than or equal to 0. Okay? Continue tayo. Simplify lang natin to. What is 49 over 4 minus 49 over 2? So magkaiba sila class ng denominators, kaya gagawin natin, kailangan maging similar sila, so hanapin natin yung LCD. So madali lang hanapin yung LCD, kasi 4 into yan, ibig sabihin yung LCD natin dito class ay 4. Ayan. So 4 divided by 4 is negative 1 times 49 is 49. Sunod, 4 divided by 2 is 2 times negative 49 is negative 198. Tama ba? Tama ba? Anong 198? Negative 98 lang pala. Negative 98. Ayan. Plus 12 greater than or equal to 0. Ayan, i-minus natin class yung numerators and then we will copy the common denominator. Ang common denominator ay 4. And then i-minus natin yung numerators. 49 minus 98 ay negative 49. And then plus 12 greater than or equal to 0. Tapos, solve pa natin to. What is negative 49 over 4 times 12? Plus 12. Ayan. So, gawin natin, multiply natin yung whole number na 4. Yung denominator 4 doon sa whole number na 12. So, mangyayari, maging negative 49 plus 48 all over 4. Copy the denominator 4. Greater than or equal to 0. What is 49 plus 48? The answer is negative 1 over 4. Greater than or equal to 0. Sorry. Diba napakamdam mo ngayon? Alright. Ngayon class, ang tanong, is negative 1/4 greater than or equal to 0? What's the answer? Is negative 1/4 greater than or equal to 0? Lazulite? Answer me. Is negative 1 over 4 greater than or equal to 0?
Sir, hindi po, sir.
Alright. Very good, Lorenzana and Nadong. No. Hindi. Tama. Alright, tama. Yes, you. That's why this statement is false. And false po ito. Negative 1/4 is not greater than or equal to 0. Okay? So mali. So false po ito. At yung dalawang unang ginawa natin, ito yung true. Okay? Ito yung true. Ayan. So kitang-kita naman class. Ano ba yan? True. Ayan. So ito yung true. So dito natin makukuha yung sagot class. Dito. Itong interval na to. Ibig sabihin sa interval na to, nandito yung sagot. Yung negative 4 to negative infinity, yun negative 3 to positive infinity. Okay? So ngayon, isulat natin yung final answer natin. Ang magiging final answer natin class ay ganito na. Una, sa notation, papakita ko yung sa notation. So sa notation, ganito ang itsura. Kung set notation class ang gagamitin nyo, then x such that x is less than or equal to negative 4 or x is greater than or equal to negative 3. Ganun lang. Tapos sa interval notation naman, interval notation, ganito naman magiging itsura niyan. Negative 4 to negative infinity, included, kaya bracket, union, to negative 3 up to positive infinity. Ayan, so ito class magiging final answer natin. And then sa graph, ganito magiging itsura ng graph ng class. Ay, kung naalala nyo ng graph, ayan, i-assume nyo na lang class na straight line yan. Dito yung negative 4, dito yung negative 3, di ba? So, shaded yung circle, kasi nga may equality na kasama. Ayan, tapos, ang shade natin dito ay papunta sa may palabas. No? Papunta dito, papunta sa left, papunta sa negative infinity. Ayan, dito yung shade natin. Tapos, papunta naman sa right side. So, ganyan pa magiging graph natin. Okay? Ibig sabihin, lahat ng numbers, simula negative 3, papunta sa right side, ay solution dun sa ating problem. Kasama din yung negative 4, papunta naman sa left side. Lahat ng numbers na nandyan ay solution din sa ating quadratic inequality. Malinaw po? Class, may tanong kayo? Yes, Nicolas.
Sir, pag magpa-final answer na, kahit ano po sa dalawa, kung
Yes.
set notation or, sige po. Thank you po, sir.
Yes po. You're welcome. Pero depende pa rin po sa direction ha, o sa instruction. Halimbawa, solve the following quadratic inequality. Write your answer in set notation or interval. Yan. Depende kung ano yung nasa instruction. Kung ano yung nasa instruction, yun yung susundin nyo. Di ba? Pero kung wala naman nakalagay na instruction, kung kailangan ba naka-set notation or naka-interval notation, kung wala naman, di pwede yung gawin kahit ano or gamitin kahit alin. Okay? Alright. Ngayon, kung wala na kayong tanong, proceed na tayo sa next example. Wala na bang tanong, class?
Wala na po, sir.
Ito, class. Okay, let's have the next example. Ang next example natin ay 2x squared plus x minus 15 less than 0. Less than 0 naman tayo. Punta tayo sa ating whiteboard. So number 2 natin, we have 2x squared plus x minus 15 less than 0. Right? So ngayon, unang step, gagawin lang natin quadratic equation to. Yung inequality, papalitan lang natin ng equal signs. Magiging 2x squared plus x minus 15 equal to 0. Ayan, naging quadratic equation na. Ngayon, isosolve na natin yan. Gamit tayo ng factoring. Subukan natin yung factorable to. Alright, subukan natin. Factors. Kunin yung factors. Ito, 2x squared. Walang ibang factors kung hindi 2x and x. Yung 15 naman, 3 times 5. No? Yung 5, ilagay natin dito sa inner. Tapos yung 3 naman, ilagay natin sa outer. Dahil negative 15 yan, ibig sabihin magkaiba ng sign. Tingnan natin yung middle. Yung middle natin ay positive. Ibig sabihin, kailangan yung product ng inner term, alin sa product ng inner terms sa outer terms ang may greater value, sa kanya mapupunta yung positive sign. Subukan natin. 5 times x, 5x. 2x times 3, 6x. Okay. Pag pinag-add mo yun, dahil magkaiba ng sign, mag-minus ka. So 6 minus 5, 1. So tama tayo. Kaso nga lang, kanina bang may greater value? Si 2x times 3, di ba? Kasi 6x. Kaya positive sa kanya. At negative naman kay 5. Okay? Ngayon, gamit tayo ng zero product property. Ipit natin bawat factors to 0. 2x minus 5 equal to 0. And then x plus 3 equal to 0. So, ilipat natin yung negative 5 sa right side. By addition property, magiging positive 5 yan. And then 2x sa left side. And then divide natin both side by 2. Makakancel na yung 2. And then x equals to 5 over 2. Okay? And then sunod, x plus 3 equal to 0. Move natin yung 3 sa right side. Magiging negative 3 yan by addition property of equality. Okay? So class, yung roots natin, ng roots ng quadratic equation natin ay 5 halves and negative 3. Okay? Ngayon, itong roots na to, sila yung magsisilbing boundary points natin. Okay? Ayan. Yan yung magiging boundary points. Okay? So, yung magiging boundary points. Ngayon, ang next step natin ay gagawa tayo, class, ng, tandaan yung boundary points natin, gagawa tayo ng number line. 5 halves and negative 3, no? Gawa tayo ng number line. The number line will be like this. Alright. Alright. Unahin natin yung ilagay. Kasi positive 5 halves. Ang positive 5 halves ay 5 divided by 2. Yan ay 2 and 1 half. Diba? 2 and 1 half. Yung 5 halves ay 2 and 1 half. Ay, sorry. Wait lang. Lagay muna natin yung boundary points natin. So, magiging boundary points natin. Boundary points ay negative 3, and 5 halves. Diba? Ito yung boundary points natin. So, yung number line natin, yun ito. And, yung 5 halves class, yan ay 2 and 1 half din, di ba? 2 and 1 half. Okay? So, kung nagplata tayo, 0, and then 1, 2, ito yung 3. Di ba sabi natin 2 and 1 half? So, banda dito yung 2 and 1 half. Dito yung 2 and 1 half. Okay? Ngayon, lalagyan ba natin ng shade? Lalagyan ba ng shade? Ang sagot ko ay hindi. Hindi po natin lalagyan ng shade yung circle. Bakit? Kasi we are dealing with inequality na walang equality na kasama. Less than lang. Na walang equal sa baba. Yung guhit sa baba. Dahil walang ganon, less than lang yan, wala siyang kasama equality. Ibig sabihin, ayan, pagdating sa boundary point, hindi nyo i-shade yan. Kapag hindi shaded, ang ibig sabihin yan, it is not part. No? Hindi siya kasama sa solution. Okay? Malinaw? Ayan. Ngayon, negative 3 naman tayo. I-cut natin yung negative 3. So, negative 1, negative 2, and negative 3. Negative 4. Ayan, bigyan na konti. Negative 3 natin, ayan, hindi rin kasama kasi less than lang, di ba? Hindi kasama, so circle lang po. So, dalawa yung ating intervals. Unang interval natin ay itong nasa outer. Okay? Unang interval natin, yung negative 3 up to negative infinity. Ayan. So, kung makikita nyo kasi gumamit tayo dito ng parenthesis, hindi na bracket. Yung bracket ginagamit lang kapag may equality na kasama. Pero kapag walang kasamang equality, yung inequality, ang gagamitin natin ay parenthesis. No? Union to parenthesis, hindi kasi kasama, which is 5 halves or 2 and 1 half, up to positive infinity. Ayan. Malinaw? So ngayon class, ang gagawin natin, kukuha na tayo ng test point. Sa test point, from negative 3 to negative infinity, so pwedeng kunin nyo yung negative 4. Ayan, kaya bahala kung negative 4, kaya negative 5 ulit, para multiples of 5. So negative 5 na lang ulit. Pwede rin negative 10 class, so try natin, no, negative 10. Sige, try natin class yung negative 10. X equal to negative 10. Ayan, so ito magiging test point natin. Ayan. Substitute natin yan sa ating equation. Equation natin, class ay 2x squared plus x minus 15. 15, ayaw. Less than 0. I-substitute na natin, class. So, magkakaroon tayo ng 2 times negative 10 squared plus negative 10 minus 15 less than 0. Okay, pasok tayo dito. So, negative 10 raised to 2 ay positive 100. So, 2 times 100. So, positive times negative 10, magiging negative 10 na to. Then minus 15, less than 0. What is 2 times 100? 2 times 100 is 200. Unahin na natin to. Negative 10 plus, or negative 10 minus 15. Ang sagot dyan ay negative 25 rather, negative 25, less than 0. 200 minus 25, ang sagot ay 175. Now, the question is 175 less than 0? Kitang-kita naman, no? No. Ibig sabihin, this is false. False. Ayan. So, nasa sa inyo na kung gusto nyo i-check, no? Kung gusto nyo i-check, nasa inyo na kung gusto nyo i-check naman dun sa may right side ng 5 halves, no? Pero kung ako sa inyo, kahit hindi na. Okay, kahit hindi na. Same result lang naman ang ibibigay sa inyo yan. Nakuha po. Ulitin ko kahit hindi nyo na i-try yung sa may right side, yung 5 halves to positive infinity. Kasi ganun din yung result na makukuha ninyo. Okay? Pero kung hindi kayo convinced sa sinabi ko, pwede yung try sa sarili nyo. Okay, try nyo. Try nyo naman positive 10 o kaya positive 5. Tingnan nyo, false na magiging sagot yan. So, para ma-maximize natin yung time, hindi ko na ipapakita sa inyo kapag kumuha tayo sa right side kasi same lang din naman yung magiging kakalasin din. Ang gagawin natin, pupunta tayo sa pangalawang interval, yung nasa gitna naman. Yung negative 3 to 5 halves. Okay? Negative 3 to 5 halves. So, hindi kasama, kaya ganito. Negative 3 to 5 halves ba? Yes. Negative 3 to 5 halves. So, kailangan parenthesis kasi hindi included, no? And 5 halves. Ito yung second interval natin. Tingnan natin, baka dito tama na tayo. Ngayon, continue sa graph natin, class. Nasa gitna yung 0. Ayun, no? E di integrate natin. Nasa gitna naman siya, di ba? Ng negative 3 and 5 halves. Included siya sa negative 3 to 5 halves. Ito gamitin natin. X equal to 0. Okay? This will be our test point. Ayan. Gamit yung original equation natin, we have 2x squared plus x minus 15 less than 0. Okay? So, substitute natin. 0 squared plus 0 minus 15 less than 0. Ito, 0 na to. 0 to. Anong natira? Negative 15 less than 0. Now, is negative 15 less than 0? Class, Lazulite.
Yes, please.
Yes, very good na daw in Lorenzana. Yes. Less than. Now, yung negative 15 sa 0. Therefore, this is true. Ayan. Ibig sabihin, ito na yung sagot natin, class. Okay, yan na yung sagot natin. So, kapag gumawa kayo ng set notation, ang set notation dyan ay ganito. Set notation. Ang magiging set notation natin dyan ay x such that x, ayan, ay hindi pala. Sorry. Gitna pala yun, ano? X such that x, ayan, greater than negative 3, but less than 5 obs. Nakuha po. Hitin ko ha. X such that x is greater than negative 3, but less than 5 obs. Okay, so yun yung magiging set notation natin. Sa interval notation naman, interval notation naman, ang interval notation naman natin ay, ito lang, negative 3, 5 obs. Ayan, ganyan lang. Ang magiging graph natin, class, ay ganito ang itsura. Dito yung negative 3, dito yung 5 halves. Kung makikita nyo kasi tinansya ko na lang, no? Okay lang yan. So, ibig sabihin, hindi pala kasama negative 3, hindi kasama negative 3. Ayan, to the left. Ayan. Ay, to the left, sorry. Sa gitna pala yung solution natin. Ayan, sa gitna pala yung solution natin. Sorry po. Ibig sabihin, ang solution natin ay nasa gitna dito. So, shaded part natin ay nasa middle. Pero take note, hindi po included yung 5 halves at saka yung negative 3. Okay, so, hindi siya kasama sa shaded. Alright? So, class, may tanong pa ba kayo? Any questions so far? Yes, Oliva.
Sir, nagugulan po ako kanina dun, sir, sa set notation. Paano po yung x/x kanina po, tapos dito po x/ na lang po, sir.
X slash. Okay. Dito kasi, class, no, yung solution sa quadratic inequality natin ay nasa gitna, in between of negative 3 and 5 halves. Okay? Dun sa unang example naman natin, class, ay hindi wala sa gitna. Kaya kung makikita nyo, kanina, ang sagot natin ay x such that x, ayan, less than ba yun or greater than, nakalimutan ko na. Basta may number, halimbawa lang naman, greater than negative 4 or less than negative 4 po ito. Halimbawa, less than or equal to negative 4 or x greater than or equal to negative 3. Ito yung kanina. Ngayon naman, in between, nasa gitna. Okay? Nasa gitna. Kaya kung tingnan nyo, ang gagawin natin yung set notation ay x such that x. Nasa gitna din yung x. X. Ayan. Ito, sa una, x such that x less than or equal to negative 4 or x is greater than negative 3. Dito naman sa pangalawang example natin, in between, nasa gitna, kaya yung x natin, ganito. X such that x is greater than negative 3, greater than negative 3, but less than 5 obs. So, ganun lang. Okay? Sir, lagi po bang ganyan kapag nasa middle? Yes po. Kapag middle ang pinag-uusapan nyo, laging ganito. Negative 3, 5 obs. Ayan. Lagi po bang, yes po, lagi pong ganito kapag gitna, nasa middle. Okay? Laging ganito. Sir, pag outer ba, laging ganito rin dapat. Opo, laging ganito ang set notation. Interval naman, syempre, ay ganito. Negative infinity, negative 4, included, union, included, negative 3, to positive infinity. Ayan. Oliva, nalinawan ba?
Thank you po, sir. Thank you po, sir.
Okay, sige. You're welcome. So, kung tatanungin nyo, kung sir, lagi bang ganyan? Yes po, laging ganyan. Kapag interval natin, kapag nasa yung outer, ang kapag gumawa kayo ng set notation, ganito itsura. Kapag naman interval natin ay between, ito, negative 3, 5 obs, ang magiging set notation ay ganito. Okay? Lagi pong ganyan. Right? Ngayon, class, may napansin kayo? Ito, sige. Hindi ko na antayin ma-guess nyo or ma-discover nyo. So, sabihin ko na, class, ewan ko lang ako nagkakataon lang, pero wala pa naman ako na-encounter, walang paltos to. Kapag greater than or equal, ang inequality nyo, makinig na mabuti, ito yung pinaka-shortcut sa lahat ng shortcut class na sasabihin ko. Kapag greater than or equal ang inequality nyo, automatic class ang sagutin nyo ay yung interval, yung outer intervals natin. Yung ganito. Ayan. Ganito lagi ang itsura na magiging sagot nyo. Laging union. Malinaw? Kapag greater than or equal, automatic class ang sagot dyan ay yung may union. May union. Or ganitong itsura. Okay? Set notation sa interval. Ngayon, kapag naman less than, and less than or equal. Ayan. Pag ganito naman, automatic class, ang sagot ninyo ay in between. Ganito ang interval notation at ganito ang itsura ng set notation. Solving problems involving quadratic inequality. Yung mga steps, kung naalala nyo yung ginamit nating method class tool sa pag-solve ng quadratic equation, hindi nyo gamitin dito sa method. Represent, equate, solve, and answer. Okay? Now let's have example number 1. The width of a rectangular field is 5 meters longer than its length. The width of a rectangular field is 5 meters longer than its length. And the area is at least 50 meters squared. Find the possible lengths of the field. Okay, class. So ito, parang magsusolve lang din kayo dito ng quadratic equation. Kaso nga lang, quadratic inequality ito. So ibibigay nyo yung mga possible lengths. Kaya ito, sabi, possible lengths. Okay? So ngayon, solve na natin to. Punta tayo sa aking Jamboard. Analyze natin. Sabi, 5 meters longer yung width doon sa length at ang area ay 50 meters squared. Okay, gawin na natin. So tayo ay mag-represent, ay hindi, wag na. Para mabilis tayo, ito na mismo ipapakita ko, hindi na ako mag-jump. Ang representation natin, ang sabi ang width daw ay 5 meters longer than its length. Ibig sabihin, mas mahaba yung width kaysa sa length. Kailangan mag-plus ng 5 kay length para mahanap yung width. So gawin natin. Ang gagawin natin dito, we will represent x as the length. Let x be the length. Kasi kailangan mahanap yung length, tapos magka-plus 5 ka lang, yun na yung width. Okay? And then, for the width naman, x plus 5. Magdagdag ka lang ng 5 doon kay length. Tapos, ang area daw ay at least. At least. Okay, tandaan nyo class yung mga word na ganito, at least. Pag sinabing at least, ibig sabihin, yan yung pinakamababa. Ay, pinakamababa pa lang yan ha. Or pwede natin sabihin minimum. Yan yung minimum. Yung pinakamababa. At least 50. Ibig sabihin, 50 pataas. Kasama yung 50. Dahil kasama yung 50 pataas, at least ibig sabihin kasama yung 50 pataas. Ibig sabihin nun, greater than or equal ang gagamiting inequality. Malinaw, greater than or equal. So gamit yung ating formula para makuha yung area ng rectangle, length times width, na-times lang natin yung length at yung width. Kaya magiging x times the quantity of x plus 5. Ayan. And then nakita nyo, greater than or equal to 50 yung area. Ang area kasi natin class ay yung length times width, which is x times x plus 5. Eh di ba sabi nga daw, at least 50 yung area. Ibig sabihin 50 pataas. Kaya ang ginamit natin ay greater than or equal. Okay? So meron na tayong quadratic inequality. Solve na tayo. By the way, we're not sure kung ito talaga yung quadratic inequality, no? Malaman yan kapag sinimplify nyo. Distribute nyo yung x doon sa my terms inside the parentheses. Ayan, distribute na natin. Ayan, so magiging x squared plus 5x greater than or equal to 50. Nakita nyo, class? Distribute natin. Nung distribute na, nakita na natin na may exponent na 2, which is the highest, no? Highest exponent of the variable among the terms. Therefore, this is a quadratic. And since inequality yan, ang ginamit natin ay greater than or equal, kaya quadratic inequality. Ngayon, solve na natin yan. Ayan, so gagawin natin, step number 1, gagawing quadratic equation. Tapos, solve na natin, let's manipulate class. We're going to manipulate the equation para maging standard form. Magiging positive 50, magiging negative 50 na to the left by addition property of equality. So, x squared plus 5x minus 50 equal to 0 na ang ating quadratic equation in standard form. Tapos, ang next na gagawin natin, ay isa-solve lang natin yung gamit ng appropriate method. So, we're going to use the factoring. So, magiging factors nito ay 10 saka 5, no? 10 saka 5, kung saan positive yung 10, negative yung 5. Kaya x minus 5 and then x plus 10 ang factors. Gamit ang zero product property, x plus 10 equal to 0, and then x minus 5 equal to 0. Tapos, manipulate lang natin yan. Move natin yung positive 10 to the right. So, magiging negative 10, negative yung property of equality. Ganun din kasi x minus 5 equal to 0. Lipat natin yung negative 5 plus to the right. By addition property, magiging positive 5 yun. So, ang ating boundary points class ay negative 10 saka 5. Okay, negative 10 saka 5. Ngayon, gagamit na tayo ng number line para ma-plot natin yung boundary points. Ayan, so ito na yung number line natin. So, magiging boundary points natin class ay negative 10 saka 5. And since we're dealing with greater than or equal, kaya shaded. Shaded yung ating circle. Ayan, so shaded. Nakita nyo class, shaded. Kulay blue, no? Ngayon, dalawa yung ating interval, yung negative 10 to the negative infinity or 5 to positive infinity and negative 10 to 5. Ayan. Ayan po. No? So, included class, kaya gumamit tayo ng bracket. Ngayon, simulan natin. Sa less than negative 10 muna tayo. Kuha tayo ng test point. Let's have negative 20. Ayan, substitute natin. Ayan. Negative 20 times negative 20 plus 5 magiging, ayun po, 400 minus 100. Okay? Paano nangyari yun? Dinistribute niya to. Negative 20 times negative 20 ay 400. Di pa sinimplify yung nasa loob, no? Dinistribute niya na kaagad bago niya i-simplify. Dinistribute niya na muna. Negative 20 times 5 is negative 100. Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng 400 minus 100. And that will be 300. Ayan, kung kitang-kita naman class, the 300 is greater than or equal to 50, right? So this is true. Now, between negative 10 and 5 naman tayo. Dito pa lang class, alam na kagad natin yung magiging sagot. Di ba tinuruan ko na kayo pala kanina, no? Tinuruan ko na kayo kanina, di ba? So dahil greater than or equal yan, so alam na kagad natin yung sagot, yung outer. So malamang ang sagot dito ay negative 10 to negative infinity and then positive 5 to positive infinity. Pero kailangan nyo pa rin isolve class para alam nyo yung boundary points, no? Kailangan alam nyo yung boundary points pa din. Although alam nyo na kung saan maglalay yung mga possible answers or possible solutions. So negative 10 and 5, kunin natin yung 0. Yun yung pinakamadali sa pagitan ng negative 10 at 5. Substitute natin. Ayan, any number you multiply to 0, the answer is 0. And we all know, 0 is not greater than or equal to 50 rather. So this is false. Alam na agad na ligwak si between, no? And then, kung para makasigurado kayo, doble-doble sigurado, i-check nyo pa rin yung sa may greater than 5. Ayan, kunin natin yung 10. Ayan, then, solve. 10 plus 5 is 15. It should be 15 class. So 10 times 15, not 150, it should be 15. 10 times 15, it should be 150 class. 150 dapat yan. And we all know 150 is greater than or equal to 50. So, true. So, true. Ayan, true po. Okay? Ibig sabihin, ang answer natin dito class ay, gamit yung interval notation, we have, ayan. So, kung naalala nyo ha, interval notation, gagamit tayo ng union. Ito yon. Ayan, negative 10 to negative infinity, union, 5 to positive infinity. Ayan, and then gumamit tayo ng brackets sa katabi ng mga ng boundary points kasi greater than or equal yung ginamit. May equality po nakasama. And then sa notation naman, ang mangyayari dyan ay x such that x, ayan, is less than or equal to negative 10 or x is greater than or equal to 5. Nakalimutan na natin yung close braces. Ayan. Class, do you have any questions so far? The solution? Hello? Wala po, sir. Sige. By the way,
Wala na po, sir.
Sige, thank you. By the way, yung magiging graph natin ay ganito ang magiging itsura, no? Kasi sa palabas, so ganito. Ayan, yung graph natin. Ayun, ang shaded part ay yung mula negative 10 to the left at mula naman 5 to the right. Yun yung may shaded. Okay? Alright. Yun lang. Let's have problem number 2. The product of two integers is at most 120. If the larger integer is 2 more than the smaller, find the possible values of the... Ay, wait. I forgot something. By the way. Dito, pinakita ko sa inyo yung possible solutions. Pero hindi pa natin nasasagot, no? Hindi ko pala naisama dito kung ano yung sagot natin sa problem. Ang pinakita ko sa inyo sa interval notation at sa notation ay sagot ng quadratic inequality. Pero wala pa yung final answer natin, yung pinaka-final answer natin. I'm so sorry. Nakalimutan ko ilagay. Kung ano yung possible lengths of the field. Ayan. Balik tayo sa... Ang length daw natin ay yung x, di ba? Sabi nga natin, let x be the length. Ibig sabihin, yung x natin yun yung length. Ngayon, meron tayong interval notation, negative 10 to negative infinity, tsaka positive 5 to positive infinity. Pero dahil nag-uusapan natin ay length, ibig sabihin hindi kasama yung negative. Ibig sabihin, class, ang final answer natin sa sagot, ang final answer natin doon sa problem ay x greater than or equal to 5. Yun po yung sagot natin dapat. Okay? O kaya, pwede sabihin na the lengths are, or the length is greater than 5. Greater than or equal to 5. Pwedeng gawin yung sagot yun. Alright, ulitin ko The length of the field is greater than 5. Ibig sabihin, kulang. Ulitin ko. The length of the field is greater than or equal to 5. Ibig sabihin, pwedeng 5, pwedeng 6, pwedeng 7, pwedeng 8, pwedeng 9, pwedeng 10, pwedeng 11, basta greater than 5. Greater than or equal to 5. Malinaw? Ang final answer po natin dito sa number 1, pakitake note na lang, the length of the field is greater than or equal to 5. Yun po yung possible lengths. Okay? Alright. So, sana nagets ako doon. Ayan. So, continue na tayo. Ayan. Find the possible values of the smaller integer. Nabasa ko naman na yung problem. Analyze na natin. Ang product ng dalawang integers ay at most 120. Take note of the word at most. Pag sinabi natin at most, ibig sabihin pinakamataas. At most, pinakamataas. Or maximum. Maximum. Dahil dyan, at most, maximum 120. Ibig sabihin, ang gagamitin nating inequality dito class ay less than or equal. Nakuha? Less than or equal. At most 120. Kasama yung 120. 120 is the maximum. Ibig sabihin, pwedeng pababa. 120 pababa. Kasi at most, maximum, so pababa. 120 pababa. Okay? Less than or equal. Ngayong class, ano sa tingin nyo ang ating interval dito? Yung may union o yung nandun sa may in between? Yung nasa union o yung nandun sa may in between? Nasa gitna.
In between, sir.
Very good, Lorenzana. Nandoon sa in between. Okay, yung sagot natin, yung solution natin, doon natin makukuha sa middle, sa in between, no, ng ating boundary points. Nga pala, dahil at most yan, ibig sabihin less than or equal, ibig sabihin kasama class yung boundary points natin. So gagamit tayo dito ng bracket. Okay? Ay. Yes, bracket. Okay, so yeah, let x be the smaller number. Okay? Smaller number. If the larger number is two more than the smaller. So smaller class yung basis natin, kaya yun yung ililet natin kay x. And then, 2 more than the smaller, kung smaller natin ng x, mag-add lang tayo ng 2, so yun yung larger natin. So, x plus 2, therefore, x plus 2. Ayan, the larger integer. And then, for the equation, product, i-multiply lang natin. Ayan, so, magiging x times the quantity of x plus 2, less than or equal to 120. Okay? Solve natin. Gawin natin muna ng quadratic equation. Ang ginawa pala muna dito, simplify muna bago ito quadratic, no? Quadratic equation. X squared plus 2x less than or equal to 120. Ayan, so quadratic siya. Quadratic inequality, gawin natin equation, palitan natin yung inequality ng equal sign, maging x squared plus 2x equals to 120. Tapos, ayan, start na natin, nire pala muna natin, no, into quadratic equation in standard form, x squared plus 2x minus 120 equal to 0. Ngayon, gagamit tayo ng zero product, factoring, appropriate method, factoring po. 10 times 20, 10 times 12 rather. 10 times 12 is 120. Unlike sign, so kailangan magkaiba yung sign. Tapos, ang middle term natin positive, kaya dapat yung positive natin ay nasa integer with greater absolute value. Kaya kailangan yung positive ay naki 12. Okay, 12 times negative 10. Therefore, the factors are x plus 12 and x minus 10 equal to 0. Okay, ngayon zero product. Ayan. Tapos, lipat-lipat. Ayan, by addition property of equality, yung positive 12 maging negative 12 sa my right side, tapos yung negative 10 maging positive 10 sa my right side. So, negative 12 and 10, that will be our boundaries or boundary points. Okay, boundary points, negative 12 and 10. Gamit yung number line. So, dito class, alam na agad natin yung boundary points. So, ibig sabihin, ang sagot dyan, alam na. Diba? Open bracket, negative 12, comma, 10, close bracket. Yun agad yung sagot, interval. Kapag sa notation naman, x such that x is greater than or equal to negative 12, but less than 10. Less than or equal to 10. Malinaw? Ganun agad, no? Alright, so tingnan natin kung yung magiging sagot sa uli. Okay, gamit tayo, solution, boundary points, number line. I-plot na natin class yung boundary points. Ayan, so included pa rin, kaya shaded part. Ayan, so alam natin class na itong nasa gitna, ito yung magiging sagot natin. No? Yung nasa gitna, yun yung magiging sagot natin. Alam na agad natin. By the way, class, bago tayo mag-proceed, narinig pa rin ba ako?
Opo, sir.
Ayan, 1 minute
Yes
na
po,
lang.
sir.
1 minute na lang, so last na to. Okay, so alam na agad natin, class, na yung nasa gitna, yung sagot. Yung open bracket, negative 12, comma, 10, then close bracket. So ito magiging sagot natin dyan. Tingnan natin kung tama ako. Less than negative 12, try natin negative 20 class using the original quadratic inequality. Substitute natin, ayan. And then ang magiging result yan ay 360, less than or equal to 120. No, that's why false. Between tayo ng negative 12 tsaka 10, kunin agad natin yung 0. Substitute natin. Ayan, 0 times 0. 0 times 0 plus 2. Ayan, naging 0 na yan. Ayan, 0 is less than or equal to 120. That's true. Right? That's true. Okay, so greater than 10 naman tayo. Try pa rin natin. 11. Solve natin. Ayun, positive 143. Less than or equal to 120. No, false yan. So, kitang-kita naman class na ang sagot natin na-satisfy nung nasa middle. So, ibig sabihin, yung dun tayo sa may between negative 12 and 10. Yun yung tamang sagot. Ayun yung tamang sagot class. Nakuha po. So, madali lang, no? Interval notation natin, yung ito nga, negative 12 to 10, included yung negative 12 tsaka 10. And then set notation natin, x such that x is greater than or equal to negative 12, but less than or equal to 10. Ngayon, yung graph natin, ayun. Yung graph natin, nakita nyo yung shaded part ay nasa gitna. Kasama yung negative 12 tsaka 10, shaded sila. Now, find the possible values of the smaller integer. Ano yung possible values ng smaller integer natin? Okay, ano yung magiging possible values? Ang isasagot yung class ay, eto nga, yung, pwede yung isulat lahat, yung negative 12 to 10. Pwede yung isulat dyan. Pwede ilagay naman, the possible values of the smaller number, ayan, are negative 12, negative 11, pwede ilagay lahat. Okay naman, pwede naman ilagay nyo, the possible values of the smaller integer are negative 12 to positive 10. Ayan, pwede naman din yun. Okay po? Alright. Class, may tanong kayo so far? May tanong? None po. May nagtaas ng kamay, tapos biglang binaba. Si Oliva, yes, Oliva.
Sir, paano po
Wala na
naging
po,
less?
sir.
Sorry. Ano yung Oliva?
Paano po naging less than, sir, yung nakuha natin po sa R, sir?
Sa?
Sa simula, sir. Paano naging less than, sir?
Kasi at most. Ganito kasi yan. Ang word na ginamit lang sa problem, kita nyo ba?
Opo, sir.
Ayan. Ang word na ginamit sa problem ay at most. Pag sinabing at most, ibig sabihin, yun yung pinakamataas or maximum. Tama? Yun yung maximum. Halimbawa, wait lang. So, at most, ibig sabihin, pinakamataas. At most. Tama? Ibig sabihin, kung 1 yan, 1 to 100, at most mo 100, ibig sabihin kasama yung 99, pababa. Tama? Kaya ginamit natin doon ay less than or equal. At most. Pag sinabing at most 100, included yung 100, okay, pababa. Malinaw? Yun ang at most. Pag sinabi naman natin, ano yung example kanina, ano yung sabi kanina, yung unang word na ginamit sa problem, yung parang naging clue? Ano yung naging clue natin? At least, no? At least naman. At least. Pag sinabi naman at least, yun yung pinakamababa. Pag sinabi naman at least, yun yung pinakamababa. So, pataas naman yun. Halimbawa, at least 10. Ayan, at least 10. Ibig sabihin, itutuloy natin ang program, ang aking Christmas party, kapag meron ng at least 10 students ang nag-join. Ibig sabihin, at least 10 students, 10 pataas. 10 pataas. Kaya ginamit natin kanina sa first problem ay greater than or equal naman. Kasi at least 10. At least yung ginamit. No, greater than or equal naman. Ibig sabihin, kasama yung 10, pataas. 10, 11, 12, ayan. And so on and so forth. Oliva, naging malinaw ba?
Opo, sir. Thank you po, sir.
Ayan. You're welcome.